Hey, I'm Jason Eakers.
And I'm Ken Brown.
And we're with the Guyan Conservation Agency. The West Virginia Conservation Agency is made up of 14 districts.
And we're one of those districts, Guyan Conservation District. We represent 6 counties in this area: Cabell, Wayne, Lincoln, Logan, Mingo, and Boone.
And what we do as supervisors is help put conservation practices on the ground.
The West Virginia Conservation Association was formed in the late 1930s after a devastating dust bowl swept from the west all the way to Washington, D.C., leaving a lot of devastation and a tremendous loss of topsoil. From then, the United States government, Congress decided we have to do something to help farmers to preserve our water and our soil and all of our natural resources. And that's how this thing came about.
So now we're going to talk about some practices that's offered in our area and our own Ken Brown, what experience he's had using the district.
Today I'd like to talk to you about one of our most popular programs, the heavy usage area. Every cattle farmer knows that one of his biggest enemies is mud, especially in the winter and in the fall. And we have something we think that helps. Every year we will cost share and almost pay for all of it of something called a heavy usage area. As you saw from the previous films, this one had been one before and we cleaned it out, and it showed you a little bit of our preparation in making this runway. This thing's about 6.5, 7 inches thick. It's gravel, 57, and then on top of that we have 2 inches of crusher run. Not a whole lot of trouble to do, especially if you have a tractor with a bucket. And as you can see, it provides a runway for our animals. They've been in here about 2 weeks, and you can tell they haven't really muddied it up. If I want to open that gate, usually I don't until it gets, either it's frozen, or it's real dry, or it's something I have to do like during calving season or whatever. But this solves a lot of problems. They're high and dry, and that's especially critical during the birthing season for calves. You want to keep them clean as you can possibly do. So I would highly recommend that to anyone. And this one here was done about 22 years ago, and I'm just now getting to the point of redoing it. I'm going to do that section next year. So a good idea, heavy usage area, up to 1,000 square feet. Per year we pay $1,000. $1 a square foot, and very well worth the money. It can be for other things too, like around a water trough, in an area around a pond, somewhere where animals travel and spend a lot of time.
I'm out here with Ronnie Plyven. He's got a beautiful farm here in Cabell County on Mount Union Road. Here's a good example of high usage. He put his felt down, he put 57s in crusher run, and then he's going to have this where the cows can travel through here on this, and instead of having a mud hole, he's going to have them on gravel. How many years have you worked with the Guyan District?
We started in '09, and they've been very helpful. We appreciate it, what all they've done for us, and we've had several projects that we've completed, and again, we're really thankful for them.
Well, we appreciate you having us out here today, and thank you for using conservation practices.
You're more welcome. Thank you all.
And now we're going to talk about cover crops, and Jason is going to tell us about how cover crops not only are cost shared by our group, but actually help improve the soil.
One of the important practices that I like to use here at Rocky Knob Farm is I grow a lot of sweet corn, and every year I plant a cover crop. Well, the district has a program to assist farmers with planting cover crop. It's up to $40 an acre, and as you can see, it does a real good job of covering the soil and keeping erosion from washing away the soil and the nutrients that we've already built. In the fall, we plant it, and in the spring we till it under, and that helps to build compost into the soil. Another one of our programs that is really beneficial and really popular in our district is the lime and the nutrient management program. So if you're going to put it on your fields, you would want to know how much you need per acre, and we will assist you with that.
They came out and took soil samples of all of our fields. We had 5 different fields, 34 acres total, that really needed some help. And they went out and did the soil samples. I think, what you said, WVU or somewhere?
Right.
Sent
right.
W and it comes back, and of course what we definitely needed was agriculture lime. So they reimbursed me to put, I think 38 tons of agriculture lime, 68 tons of agriculture lime throughout. And we rented the lime spreader for them as well. It took us about 8-10 hours, 2 guys of us on 2 different tractors, one loading it and the guys spreading it. And we put all 68 tons of agricultural lime. And the second cutting of hay this year, the guy that cut it said it was the best hay he has seen here
really?
in the 30 years he's been doing it here.
So to get your soil pH, what you would do is call our office, schedule an appointment, or call one of your county supervisors. We'll come out, we'll do a soil sample, and see what you qualify for. And now Ken's going to tell you about the pollinator program.
If you're a hay farmer and you're in the Guyan Conservation District, we think we have something that is beneficial to you and to the pollinators that we rely on for production of our crops and vegetables and things in this area. We have something called a delayed mowing or a pollinator habitat plot. And if you have a hay field that's been in use in the last 12 months, if you are willing to set aside that and not graze it or cut it for any reason until April 30th of the following year, we will pay you $210 per acre. So if you're one of those people who can afford to set aside 3 acres of hayfield each year and get paid for it, it's doing a good thing for the animals and for yourself by letting the ground rest and for the pollinators to have a place to have a family.
So Ken Brown here, he's going to tell us some more about frost seeding.
Yeah, frost seeding kind of follows the lime and the fertilizer or the nutrient management programs, because once you get everything in place, it's always a good time to introduce a legume. And we will help you pay to introduce these legumes onto your property. We will help you pay for ladino clover to seed in the winter time. It's a good winter program, and the frost heaving and the freezing and the thawing of the earth will pull that seed in. All you need to do is top dress with a seeder or a 3-point seeder, get it on the ground, and we're going to pay you $10 an acre up to 50 acres to help make your soil better.
So the difference in frost seeding and hay reseeding, one would be a wintertime project, which would be the frost, and then the hay reseeding would be a summer project. I'm here at Rolling Acres Farm with Leonard Napper. Leonard, what's some of the benefits that you've used over the years that's helped you in your farm with the Conservation Agency?
Gary and I have used lime and fertilize, and we've got gravels for the farm around the barn in different areas, and they've been real helpful with helping on things that we've needed.
Well, we appreciate you, and keep up the good work, and we'll be around for you.
Appreciate everything they've done for me.
And you don't have to be a farmer that has hundreds of acres. You can be a gardener or someone who really embraces growing their own stuff. We've got what we call urban ag, and urban ag helps pay for things called low tunnels where you get a jump on the growing season. And we also have raised bed gardens for the urban farmer, which will help put a pretty good sized garden in a small area, and we will help cost share for those things.
I'm here with Keith Veers, and Keith, I'm going to ask you a question. What does it mean to you to be a century farmer, and what you're doing to continue the heritage that's given to you?
Well, I'm steward of the land, first thing I have to be. And the resources I've been blessed with here, been in my family. I'm the 5th generation. I raised 3 sons on this farm. They helped and were involved in farming on a daily basis. This farm dates back 1893, when my great-grandfather farmed it.
And if anyone wants to get into the program and think that their farm has been qualified for a century farm by being over 100 years old, then contact us at the Guyan Conservation Office. It's 304-528-5718.
So we want to thank you for joining in and learning more about the Conservation District. And Ken, I think these practices are not just for the large farmer, but we have something for everybody.
I totally agree, and this helps you. These programs not only put money in your farm operation, they help the grass grow, they help the plants grow. They can help you, and that's all we want to do. These programs change yearly, and we always have an open ear to people who want to come and give us a new idea how to help agriculture and save soil and water.
Thanks for joining us to learn more about our best management practices, and feel free to contact our supervisors or the Guyan District Office.